Alright, is that better? Thank you, Rye. Welcome everybody. We are in the infected and we are freezing right now, so let's go grab us a coat. Thank you for letting me know that. Ooh, I don't have a coat. Okay. Yeah. I don't even have pants. Oh, I'm running around half naked right now in the cold. Oh shit. What's up, everyone? Welcome everyone. Welcome Raichi. Welcome Mary. Welcome Gamer. Welcome Roman. Alright. I do hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday today. And I was, of course, mentioning the merch giveaway. I got a link in the description down below. So go over to the merch store, get you some great M80 merch and get entered to win that $50 Steam card. Alright. We have got to get us some clothes made. We are freezing. Definitely had the first winter storm pop through while I was down there smelting some. See, we should be all good now in our winter gear. We should no longer be freezing. Alright. I've got a lot of metal smelted up right now. Was working on getting a bunch done up for the stream. We got shelves full. So, pretty warm there in Texas, yeah. Actually, today where I'm at, it was, you know, almost at ideal temperature. Just so nice. Nice breezy day. Just absolutely gorgeous day today. Too bad I spent it stuck at work. Alright, yeah, we have got a lot of iron and stuff going on. Okay. Mike's been working a lot on the greenhouse. I broke down all of those log racks over there, but so far all he's been doing is the greenhouse stuff. So, hoping he gets done with this crap soon. Because I want to get the logs over there. I'm waiting on him, kinda. Yeah. Well, I've been at the place for 21 years now, so long time to be at the same place. Let's see. Just hitting the sprint button way too much. Well, while we're waiting on Mike to deliver our logs. That does not go there. Goes there. Okay. We are good on food. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting on Mike. Alright. Me, I do sales right now. I was a mechanic at the place for most of the time, but now I work up front and do sales, service rider type stuff at a tire shop. I'm actually the assistant manager there, so. Okay. We are going to try to build a wall here today. That is the big goal. So we're going to get this place decked out. Oop. Okay, let's move all of these forward. We're going to have to work on kind of redoing some of these things. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Whenever the boss has something that happens, I'm the one that has to cover it, but the which he does pretty good. I really like my boss. He's a pretty good guy. I've had some doozies in my time though. So. All right. That's pretty well where the wall is going to sit. Of course, we need to build a cross to get to it. And I'm just kind of waiting. I've got a bunch of logs over here. All right. I have been doing a lot of work on the computer, so hopefully the stream is going a lot better than usual. Hopefully I don't have the lag that I did in the past. I think I might have figured out what was going on with my computer, hopefully. I think it was a driver error. So I'm hoping I got it figured out. This kind of test run to see how it does. So if you're getting some lag on there, be sure to let me know. Because like I said, I'm trying to get everything all fixed up and, you know, make it the best quality that I can for everybody. Awesome. Like I said, I'm hoping it's going to be good for everybody. Because, I mean, typically I've got pretty decent internet, so I shouldn't really be having any kind of issues on it, but there again, of course, drivers, you know, it was main motherboard driver kind of was running out of date, so I'm hoping that's all that it is, and I'm hoping that it's not the port. Yeah, I'm playing. I've got quite a few. I'm just right now it's just waiting on Mike. He is really just focused on the greenhouse at the moment. I don't know if that's because I built 2 greenhouses. I might have, you know, mistakes might have been made there. I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting for him to get it done with all of his greenhouse duties. So, been kind of going at him pretty good. He should be pretty close to being done. You about there, done there, buddy? I need some logs. I might have to switch him over. Have him doing the greenhouse. Let's get our animals fed while we're waiting on Mike. Okay. Let's just grab all the corn, all of that, and that. There we go. We are up at 103 on health now. Seems like our death spurt has kind of come to an end, knock on wood, you know. Don't want to jinx myself on there, but so far so good. Hopefully, anyways. We can keep this streak going and see how high up we can get on health this season. I'm kind of curious. I know I've seen some others get pretty high on health. I think Rye has got... Ooh, I'm putting those right in the freaking way. Not even paying attention. Okay. There we go. Well, we got some logs. We'll get started on what we can here. We got a wolf friend over here. Oh, of course you are. Come here. Let me poke you with a stick. Come here, I want to poke you with a stick. There we go. We'll get all these logs in there at least. And we might be able to get quite a few done, actually. Hey, there he comes. Awesome. He should have a crap load of logs, because, I mean, I literally... Yeah. We should be good for a little while. So, hopefully at least to get this wall built. Get those thrown on the ground. Just load all of these up. Get massive amount of planks, hopefully. He's back up there in the greenhouse. Good God. Okay. I was too busy watching Mike and not watching my weight. Got a little chunky. Okay. See, this one I do want to also... construction other. I do want the wood gate like we've got on the other side, of course. So... gotta figure that out. Walls. Do wall there. Wall there. Oh, got the lag going on. Delete that. Yeah. He wants to make sure we're good all winter long. I mean, Mike's, you know, he's trying to take care of us good. Okay, let's see about getting construction other. I like doing the gates like this. Oh, is X. Alright, there we go. That should get that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, the wolf I killed? Oh, I know. I am. I'm not even worried about him right now. I'm just like... And plus, I'd have to move all those dang spikes and... You know. I ain't worried about that little wolf. You know, maybe if it was a bear or a boar or something like that, you know, I might think about grabbing the wolf. Nah. Bears, you get so much meat from them, so they're kind of worth grabbing, you know. Wolf, you don't get a whole lot of meat. There we go. Let's get that all done. Oh, this wall is going to go super fast. Yeah, we are going to be all on top of this wall. Okay, you need to turn that way. Go. What? We're going to, yeah. I do that one, the ladder up right there. Ladder right there. Turn it around that way. There we go. Yep. He's gonna fertilize the trees. And, you know. Fertilize the grass. That gets to me once I grab the logs and I'm off by one. Let's go ahead. Another ceiling right there. And there we go. We need a bunch of logs for there, and you know what? We can do this. Fertilize the spikes. There you go. Yep. Yep. We got enough trees right here. You need to just go ahead and use a little bit of health. That way, just in case. Which I got some coffee in case it starts snowing or comes a snowstorm, so you know. It's alright, Mike. We'll take care of this. You just go play with the plants some more. Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of wondering about that one, but, you know. If he does, you know, it'll be alright. He should actually, since he didn't get all these filled, he should be still on these over here, though. Because he didn't finish filling up all of them, so it should kind of be auto set, but we're going to go ahead and just throw these over here. Just in case. Oh. That deer just came through the door? Wow. Okay. Bye. Hope you enjoyed your visit. Let's go on and get us that gate done. That needs 4 copper ingots. Okay. Another thing that we do have to work on the walls is we got to get these barbed wire done too, so that way we're even more secured up. Thinking about just using the 4-wheeler to cruise around the base. I don't know. He did fill these up already, so there shouldn't really be any over here for him to fill up. We'll just let those burn out. They're almost gone anyways. Let's just leave that for the time being. Alright. Holy cow. Spun out on the ramp. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. Put them. Now you're stuck in here, dear. Better hope that I don't get an itch up my arm to let you meet an arrow. That is true. That is very true. Definitely have that infinite amount of coal going on. You know what? I should have... Yeah. Go ahead, do some walls. We're going to do these interior walls. Kind of match up the exterior. Like I said, kind of make it all... A lot of them kind of look exactly, or a lot alike and everything. Do need to go get some nails. I was thinking of that I needed to make some nails while I was over there. I just could not remember why. Like, oh well, I'll just worry about that after a little while, you know. You know, that old saying, go to the room and forget why you're there. Yep. Alright, let's run and grab some nails for ladders. Oh, that was smooth. Oh! Alright, we need a bunch of nails. I'm just going to take a whole stack of these, make them all into nails. I did decide to lay out another stone grinder. Ooh. Yeah, I bet you were, yeah, we're a little chonky. Yeah. It doesn't bother me driving around with the trailer, though. I don't think that it really affects it too much on here. At least it never seems to for me. You know what? I am going to, yeah. I'm definitely going to, here after we get done, I'm going to build me another cart, put some stone crate. No, I'm going to, but just take you. It'd be faster to put them in that than the stone crate. I wish that there was a single button upload for it on the stone crate, like you can download them all, but yeah, we are kinda, I think I definitely need to make another stone grinder and get that going, because I've got shelves full. Might just have to make another shelf. I don't know. I might see if I can squeeze it in here, maybe. Do something like that. I don't know. That's future me problem on there. I'll figure something out. But right now, we gonna cruise over here. Go ahead. Construction, stairs, ladder. Ladder. There we go. Oh. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now this wall is going up super fast. I like it. Okay. Wall. There. One right there, one right there. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That's definitely why I was thinking of that, is because you had mentioned that on there, Roman, and yeah, I'm definitely going to have more. But I'm kind of hoping, though, too, possibly if I can get more ceiling up here. If I can get the other stone grinder going, possibly, maybe help out on that, possibly. Alright, I need a cart. You know what? We're always needing extra carts. We got the supplies here. There we go. I think this is one of those games that you can never have too many carts on. At least that's the way that I feel. I feel like I can never have enough carts. Alright. Let's see. Alright. So, on the stream, we are going to be sending out 5 more memberships on today's stream. So, let's go ahead and send them out. See who all are our new members for the channel. Let's see. We got Spades. Torquil. Shibby got a membership. Lizzie got another membership. And Samson. Well, welcome everybody. Congratulations to all the members that are remembered up from that. Again, it is just kind of a random membership type deal. Random people that it chooses. But definitely welcome, welcome. I might. Welcome, Samantha. Alright. And remember, all the new members, if you are interested, like I said, if you're interested in checking out the merch store, there is a discount code in the member section of the YouTube for all of the members. Okay, so we are gonna... This one's gonna kind of have to go tall, and then it's gonna be... Ooh, this one's gonna kind of be awkward. We might just do a staircase to take us up there. I might just go one more section higher. I don't know. I'm not liking the way that is, but we'll figure something out. Okay. I honestly, I really believe that too, in all honesty. For the actual, yeah, I like to have a bunch of them. I'll, you know, but I can totally agree with that, you know. There should be a fuller timer on that. I am not, you know, and I wouldn't be opposed to that either on there. You know, because it's only, to me, it would seem like it would be right, you know. But I think, too, if you're going to do that, of course, you know, which you do get the spoiled meat and stuff like that and able to make biofuel with it. So, I'm really one of those that, yeah, I think that would make it more realistic. And I'm all for something that's going to kind of add a little more realism to the game. So, yeah, you would not hear me complain about that one bit. Because it would just add that element of realism to it. I mean, unless you built like some kind of meat locker, freezer, you know, you wouldn't be able to, and even then, you know, you would still only have, extend the time a little bit. You wouldn't actually get it to, you know, last forever. That's like the, cooler. I mean, yeah, I like the cooler, but he needs to work on the effect that it'd be, you know, it would extend the time, not make it a permanent, you know, like, oh, once you get it filled, you never have to, you know, it's never going to spoil. Because, I mean, I think there should be some kind of spoil timer type deal on it. But that's, of course, my opinion on there too, you know. I just think that it would bring a really good realism to the game, and I went, you know what? Put this over there in the four-wheeler. I do too. I totally agree, Samantha. I believe that too, that we should have access to, that there should be more types of food available. I mean, because even with the foods that we have available to us right now, you can make a lot more different meals with that. I think there should be different types of... I would love to see some other meals that you could cook and stuff like that. You know, I know, of course, me and Rye, we've talked a lot about, you know, like the having, being able to cook the eggs, being able to grill corn, stuff like that. I mean, just all kinds of other stuff. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities with this game. I mean, there really is. So it could just, you know, blossom into all kinds of stuff. I realize, though, too, you know, sometimes, especially developing the game, you know, sometimes it is hard to add in a bunch of extra stuff. Yes, right there, lamb chops, you know. Oh, fruit trees would be awesome. Yes, that would be absolutely awesome to have added in. I still would wish that there was like you could do a barn that would add in, you know, I put that there. Is that not going to let me? That, leave that out. That would allow you to save the sheep and everything, be able to like shear them for wool, you know. Maybe even have one that you could like grab up the pigs in. Yeah. You know, I mean, you really wouldn't be able to do anything with pigs other than raise them for meat. But it'd be kind of cool if you could contain them and have them for later, you know. Cannot get that. I might have to take that out and put a regular piece in there. Make that work. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to have to put a full ceiling in order to get that link in. It doesn't look like that half ceiling's going to do it. Start. And like I said, Mike is kind of letting me down on logs, really. Like I said, it may have been a mistake to actually build... Yeah. It may have been a mistake to actually build that second greenhouse, but I like the looks of it. So, it seems like it's keeping him pretty occupied. Okay, let's just go ahead and pull out that fiber. We need to do something with that. And jump up there. That's what I'm kind of wondering. Although you know. Okay. Let's see, what time is it? 11:15. Okay. But the wall is going up pretty quick, though, even still. Let's go ahead. I think I chop some more, maybe. Try to get a bunch of logs here or down for him. Maybe he'll... Whenever he does get done, maybe he'll be able to get them in there pretty good. I'm also kind of wondering if I should go ahead and try to run the... That is true. It would only be for a little while. I might just switch him out real quick after I get some of these chopped down, so that way he's got a bunch to gather. Alright. Let's see. I guarantee he's up there at that. What do we have there? Is that deer? Yes, it is. The deer is stuck in the animal trap. Yeah. Yeah, some kind of like, you know, you can build the cooking stove and everything. You need an oven. I have not. That is... Let me see. Let's take Mr. Wolfie there. Let's try that out. I'm going to try it. Let's see. Alright, we're going to go immediately over. Of course, I do have to turn it on because it is off at the moment. Okay. Yeah. Still nothing. I want to try something. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I don't get that. That is so weird. Well, you can see if you look at my hands, they're still all bloody. So it's not washing them at all. Put the axe away? Okay. Yep. It is on. We've got power. We got 3,000. I put the axe away. Boom. Nothing. Get water out. We can get water out. We just cannot wash our hands at the sink anymore. It is. It's so weird. I was wondering if maybe moving it would do it, but no. I mean, I can go in here. I may just have to try to build another one, which I'm going to build one in the house anyways, because I want to do a kitchen inside the house type deal. Even though I really don't need it, it's kind of... Yeah, not a problem there. I don't understand what's going on with it. I really don't. Alright, well. Well. The only thing, though, if I destroy it, then I do lose some of the parts for it. And I really don't want to waste parts. I mean, I'm going to build another one. So what I'm thinking of is I might build one over at the house and try it out. Go ahead. Throw some fuel back in there. I'm trying to keep the cement mixers running like crazy right now. Because I do want to... Of course, I want to get the electric forges. I'm thinking I want to try to get the elevators. I'm actually thinking of over there on the walls where I've got the ladders out. I'm going to replace every one of those with a elevator. have a bunch of elevators to go up here and there. We're going to go kind of elevator crazy. But I'm getting some decent cement. I mean, I've already... Let's see, we're just going to let these completely fill up. I've got one box full, and I've got another box almost full, plus I've got all this in there. So, we're getting pretty good on that. Okay. Quick little detour. I was hoping it might work on getting Mike to do. We probably should sleep for the night. We might do that. I do know, too, I'm wanting to start getting some of the, some of the tech for some of the furniture and stuff, because I want to start decorating up my house, making my house feel more like a home, you know. I don't know, I always like getting into that part where you start putting the stuff up there, making it look all fancy. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. We got... you know what? We're gonna put some of these on the drying rack. I mean, right now, I'm primarily running off of, just the rations, because they give you such good specs on there. So... Oh, I know there isn't. I know there isn't. It's just kind of the one of those things of I want to. You know. And it may not be, you know, it may be a little while before we do mess with that, but I thought that it would be fun to have it in each of the tower or elevator going up, you know. Go ahead and grab some of these older milks. Oop. Gonna go ahead and grab a ration once we get over there. Because, like I said, we got plenty of them. There we go. Plus, we're gonna make a couple more here. Stew mix. Need the mushrooms. We need the eggs. And we need a couple melons. Any more? I've almost got the recipes for these memorized by heart. But yeah, I would love to see them put in other food types and stuff like that. Well, this one is 5 stories tall. You know, at least from the ground up. But yeah, I'm not going to build one super tall like that, but, you know. I mean, that wall over there is 3 stories, plus we'll probably go all the way to the top, make it 4-story, you know, up there. That one's only a couple, so it's not bad, but I just think that it'd be kind of fun. And, of course, yeah, we need to put Mike off of the greenhouse for just a little bit, because that's all that he's worrying about right now. He just does not care about anything else. And I may put elevators coming up to like the main green or main house have an elevator from the ground up there too. Let's switch you out to log stands. Let's just put you at that. Yeah, there you go. Don't even worry about the greenhouse right now. Houses will be fine. We got plenty of food at the moment. I just gotta not forget to turn him back over to the food after a little while. Okay. Let's go ahead. Have all of those. Put you in there. In there. Dump the sand. Right. All of you. Let's take a hoe. To these, and let's get carry but a few of those. Try to work a little bit on these barbed wire fences too while we're waiting on Mike to gather up. A bunch of iron out of there. Come on, give me the icon. Give me the icon. I want the icon. Oh, I'm right in the way. There we go. Oh yeah. Well, I had a pretty decent. I did a pretty decent sized tower build on one of my placers. It was actually before the elevator came along. I can't remember how many stories I went up. It was a decent amount that it did go up. And I made it kind of where it kind of had a large glass area up at the top that kind of peeked out. Spiral staircase inside to go up. Like I said, it was before the elevator came along, so that's under. Oh, no, wrong fence. Oh, that's crooked as all get out. Yes. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of how wide it was. I don't know. Maybe just before I end. Trying to think of where my... Because I use that account, or that one, a lot for doing some of the thumbnails and stuff like that, testing after I finish out the season on there. Trying to think of where I left my guy at on that one. But I may, you know, here in just a little bit, we may go ahead and try to hop over there to it. And I was just going to have to go there. All that there is to it. Doesn't want to move. Where I want him to. I'm not going to force him. Let's see. The four-wheeler came, the truck was actually on the old map. The four-wheeler came out, as far as I know, the four-wheeler showed up whenever the new map came out. You know what? I want to do the spikes up, but I'm not going to yet. Hey, looky there. Mike's got us logs. Yeah, I know the truck you could get on the old map, so... It looks like the stream has dropped down. Is it lagging, or... Yeah, the truck did come out first. Yeah, I'm noticing it kind of dropped down some on me. Not real sure. I may just wind up having to get a new network card. Wow. Get through there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, starting to lag a little bit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that there was no ATV on the first map. I believe it was actually a feature of the new map, if I'm not mistaken. Because that's whenever you would start at the lighthouse area. So let's go ahead and grab our cart. Get back to work on this. We do need to put some of the barbed wire on the other fence, or other wall. Go ahead and move this one. Okay. Planks, got some logs. Alright, let's get this all built up. Oh, I need to get that one floor done too, so I can get all taken care of. Okay. Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. Nice bridge build, yeah. Get this wall done. Oh. You right here, or the ceiling. Done right here. And wall. Should be able to put in on that. Alright. Get it? Yeah, I got that. Alright, let's put that into the wall. Alright, let's see. And of course I'll have to have a... Oh, I might not. Yeah, we better put a floor in there. We could put one of the... two wall right there. Sure that we can, and then do small ceiling right there. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's gonna leave that little bit of gap. Go. Add in the walls. There we go. Yeah, yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Oops, saving lag. All right. Let's grab all this. Go. Put you up there. Okay. Oh, it's laggy a lot now. Ugh. Alright, yeah. Damn. Okay. I may have to wind up, like I said, get me a network card. Because there should be really no reason for it. Gotta be something going on. Okay, ceiling, which, I mean, I will be, it won't, you know, I've only got a little bit longer left on the stream for tonight. So. And I'm just gonna have to continue to try to work out the issues that it's having and figure out what it is exactly. All right. Let's see. Grab some more planks. Planks for days. There we go. And we'll have to grab some sticks too, because we need to build another ladder, of course. Okay. At least now we don't have to worry about falling out from the wall. Okay, and that is the one that... Whoop. Nope, wrong way. Okay. And looks like one more load of logs, and that'll have us up top. We're just gonna have to build that ladder. Yes, it did. It went up, which is actually quite a bit smaller than the other ones. So this was the smaller section, so kind of made it a little bit quicker, you know. A little easier to get done. All right. There we go. Let's go back up. All right, there we are. Nice. Keep on wanting to go over there. That. Okay, let's throw those back in there. What's up, Rufus? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Hope you are having a wonderful day. Getting a little wild there. Up falling off if I'm not careful. Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah. This wall definitely did go up so much quicker than those other ones. Right. That is great. Glad to hear you're doing good. Which your stream is tomorrow, correct? So be sure tomorrow night, go check out Rufus. He's streaming The Infected tomorrow, I believe. What's up, Ballyhoo? There you go. Alright. We've about got this thing whipped. Okay, awesome. Like I said, I do want to try to figure out... I'm going to do some kind of staircase up here. See... Try stairs. Flip you around. Come on up. Should work all right there. Let's go ahead. Yes, definitely. Hop on over and check out Rufus's channel. And if you need a link to, of course, Rufus's channel, there's also Raichi's channel and multiple others. If you go to my homepage down at the bottom, you can find links to all the recommended content creators that I recommend to everybody. There we go. Sweet. Okay. All right, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're gonna, of course, come out with the top, you know, because we want a little bit wider area up top, so that way we don't feel so claustrophobic, you know. Come all the way over there. Yeah, this is, I mean, I still think if I can get the, you know, like I said, it's not really tall enough to actually have to really worry that much about the elevators, but I think it would be nice to have them on these walls to travel up and down on them, so that way, you know, be easier to get up and through stuff. Of course, most of the time once I get done with the build, I won't be really carrying around a cart with me, but it's the little things at the end of the world, you know. Oh, nice, gamer. All right. Well, let's go ahead. We are going to go another staircase up. Hopefully that will get us what we need to. Gonna go railings right there. Well, I like my railings on here so I don't fall and break something. Yeah, I definitely got to figure out what the hell is going on with my computer. I thought that I had it fixed, but nope. It's still showing. I don't know. I'll mess around with it some more. Of course, we'll be streaming Valheim come Saturday, which I know Shibby won't be joining us on Valheim, unfortunately. But hopefully we can get Biggles to come join us on there. And of course, I imagine Raichi and Mary will be there with me. Right, let's go ahead. That up there. Yeah, that kind of not quite what I'm wanting, but we'll work with it. Might have to come out just a little bit, maybe. I think that might work. Let's see. You need to finish these. Shiny object. Okay. Yep. Yep, that's it. You know, first world apocalypse issues, yep, definitely. Whether I should put a elevator in to make it easier to get around, you know. Oh, which hopefully now with the cement mixers going like we are, hopefully we should be rolling in the cash here soon. I'm pretty sure on Valheim, it's 10 people are open on the server. Of course, the server is actually provided by Biggles Gaming, which is another great content creator that if you have not checked him out, check him out. Good friend of mine. I swear, I think he does one of the best Arnold impersonations that I have heard in a long time. So, always get a kick out of having him join us. All right. I need to get TBF to come back and join us on there. He joined us for the first episode, but hasn't popped back on. Get him to come back on Valheim with us. It was a lot of fun having him join us. But I think what I understand, he's out of town, going to Disney with his wife this weekend. Or over the next couple of days, something. So, I think he's getting ready to get busy with a new, that game. Ark Survival. He's got a new server popped up on that one, so he's going to be busy on that for a while, I imagine. yeah. That's pretty good for a chat one, Roman. Yep, that's pretty good for chat impersonation. Oh, me. Alright, I think what I want to do on here, bring that back around, bring you, yeah, right there. Let's do that. Oh, me. Alright, let's do, yeah, I think I can get away with just a single there. I don't know. Let's see what the double looks like. Double's not bad. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, this wall's coming along really quick. Of course, we still got to upgrade the walls. That is one of the issues that's going to be running into with, of course, with the cement, on selling the cement, because I'm going to want to use some of it to upgrade. So, I definitely want to get, I'm probably going to wind up in the long run, I'm going to try to make another cement mixer, get that fully in. Oh, sweet. Looking like my internet has jumped back up again. No longer showing me red, so hopefully things are going better. I don't know. It's just kind of weird how it does that. Okay. Yeah, we are keeping Mike, we're cracking the whip on Mike, keeping him busy on there. He's getting trees all up for us. That's alright. He's a good helper. He's one of the best helpers of most any games. Oh, good. I hope so. Hopefully it stay kind of running smooth, but I don't know. I don't know if there again, like I said, I don't know if it's something with my PC, something on that. Yeah, I really want to get these walls cemented up. These are the one I'm not really worried about. Well, I say that, but I wouldn't mind doing like the forge area floors cement, you know, but I'm mainly worried about these walls. Getting them good. Okay. There we go. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's see. How many planks do we have? Okay, we got enough. I bet you we can do this. Of course, we do have to do a couple of staircases up. Shouldn't be a problem. Other than I have gotten most of these logs standing down here. Go ahead. This. Foundation. Where are these going? Kind of keep it the same direction. And maybe right there. Let's look see how that does. We'll have to see if that puts it up high enough or not. I don't know. Might have to do it. Not that one. This one. Come on now. Yeah, that's gonna be too low. Crap. Okay. Problem. Let's delete that. Delete that. You know what? We can get there. That's what I'm working on. I'm going to. I've got just a matter of making my way up there. I think what I should do then, go ahead, put a ceiling up here. Can I put a ceiling? No, I cannot. I'll have to put a foundation up here. Alright, we can do this. Go ahead. Kinda wanna... Are you over here stealing my logs, Mike? Seriously? Okay. And... Stairs down. That log thief. He stole my logs. Oh man, okay. Take you back down here now. Yeah, I want to build, of course, access to all of the areas around here. You know. I want to have where I can go from wall to wall, all the way across. So, that's the whole reason why we've got the staircase up there. Get up here. Plus to allow, like you said, Mike to get up here. We're saying have him access to go all over on the base. This looks like a good spot. Station. Go ahead and bring it up, drop her down. Good. Throw some logs around. And stairs going down. Okay. For some reason I was thinking I still had more logs over on that side, but that's... Like, yeah, we'll just come over there, get a bunch of logs, and... Had enough to make it from one side to the other, but that's right. I think I do need to, here soon, start working on the woodshed. Getting that going, but whenever you're building at multiple areas, it's just easier to bring the saw benches, bring the log stands, all that. Sharpen the spike traps. Yeah, you know. No, I haven't added the iron on there yet. I did get the barbed wire fences up and going. So we do have, at least on this one and the middle gate. We got to get one at the end gate. But we've at least got them on these two, which seems to be the primary ones that the Vambies are focusing. So we've at least got that, you know. But now I've got to put the, yeah, I've still got to put those, upgrade the spike traps still. Okay, there we go. Now Mike should have no problem getting from one wall to the other. Looks like we got this wall done just in time. Alright. Let's see, we got to... The only other thing that I want to do... I'm not really planning on putting doors in here. I just kind of like the way that it looks doing the wood door frame. Kind of makes it look finished to me, like a finished opening type deal. Is about the only reason why I put those in. It just kind of, you know, just kind of looks finished to me. Yeah. That it would. Oh. I guess I accidentally hit that and I was set to open. Wow. Okay. Well, there we go. That's the last of the wall right there in. And we are getting some snow coming in. Alright. So we've got, you know, pretty good there. Let's see. We do have a bunch of... Okay, I know what needs to be done. I just need to find some plank holders. Let's go ahead. We should have the stuff. Now check that out. Mike's able to walk all around here now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. Yeah, it's definitely getting cold as hell around here. So, go ahead. Let's run and grab us some food real quick because our stats are looking bad. At least now I do have my winter coat. I've got... just pop one more of those. Almost another one in stamina, and that would put us... we're at 110. Get us to 111. That would be pretty awesome. Okay, let's take all of these. Put us a little chunky for a little while. Kind of chunkified. Let's go in there. Move all of those there. There we go. I want to grab up a decent amount of iron because I'm not real sure how much that's going to take, but I know how much I'm going to take with me. Just going to get those filled up through there. There we go. Got to keep those stone grinders rolling. Need go on. And crazy driving off the ramp. Okay, we are almost to the frozen pond. It should, but I don't think that it actually does, so. It's just a well-insulated surface, you know. Alright. Oh, we're gonna have another wolf come after us. Let's see. Go ahead. Put us more barbed wire out here. Okay. Just kind of a extra line of defense. Okay. And we've got the metal, so might as well, you know. Might as well go all out with it. Do we need more iron? Move all? The water, yeah. In here? The large flask? It should be frozen, but it's not. You would think so. It's as cold as it's getting. Yes, definitely. Extra line of defense. Alright, there we go. Alright. These doors are acting weird. So yeah, we have got a pretty good amount of defenses up now. We looking pretty good, so still got a lot of iron fragments. I probably need to take some of those and upgrade spikes, but it takes so much to upgrade spikes. We'll not work on that right now, but at a later date. We're pretty good right now. I kind of want to get maybe a few more, you know, boxes of fragments so I can do a whole bunch at a time, you know. Thank you, Rice. Thank you, thank you. Oh man, we are almost out of clay. That's going to be my hard part to take care of is making sure that cement mixers have enough clay. We're probably going to have to majorly up the amount of clay extractors for what I'm wanting to do. So, yeah, that's the thing there. Because we don't have a whole lot to put in there, but we got a little bit. We'll try to divide it up somewhat evenly. At least keep it going. Go. You know, at least keep that flowing. I mean, we've got a decent amount of fragments going on. Check out the power situation. We do get a little bit low. I need to turn off water. A little bit low at nighttime right now, but not horrible bad. But if I hook up another one of those stone grinders, I'm definitely going to need more power. So I'm thinking, I mean, I've got enough ore ingots and everything that I can start making the wind turbines. And I think I'm going to do that. I do want to get some more of the water wheels because those are just more valuable, but we need some extra power in there, so we'll go with the wind turbines because the water wheels just cost too much with the needing the electrical and mechanical parts that we don't have at the moment. So, all right. yeah. Yep. All right, well, we're going to save here, and I'm going to, let's see where I'm sitting at on, we're going to switch over to a different one. Run over here real quick. Like I said, this is kind of my test one. Oh, I do. I need a loot day. Call the Ghostbusters, yeah. Alright. We are going to be pulling up. This was actually, the first season was actually a couple seasons all mixed into one. So I had made several different builds on there. And let's see, this was one of my test houses area. This is actually where I was experimenting with the trees houses and everything, trying to learn how to do right here. Let's see, I've got my foiler over here. Like I said, I kind of used it to kind of test and everything, but in case you have never seen my first season or second season, let's go run over here. Use the grinder. Yeah. Let's see. Alright, like I said, I'm going to show everybody my actual first season build. And from there on, it's this area on here. It's got my first season build, it's got my tower build, and it also has my Wild West town build that I did. So it kind of has multiple builds on there. So as you can see, the arrow or the red and everything. it's been a while other than testing. Like I said, I get on this one to test on, you know, builds that I'm doing. I've got where I was testing for the Viking houses and stuff like that over there. You'll see some random builds here and there of where I did some stuff. I think there was one up here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's kind of random stuff that, you know, I used to build, show off the new fireplaces whenever they came out. Stuff like that. Just different ones, you know, for making thumbnails and stuff like that I had on there. This is a different save. This is a different save on there. I was actually over at that other, you know, that's where I had experimented. So, I was actually, this is one that I get on there and do different stuff with, so. Alright, this right here is my road that I built to the Old West town. And here, this was whenever the dirt foundations first came out, stuff like that. I got a little church area, you know, with cemetery on there. You got Mike's house and town hall. You got the inn area, the bar inn. Of course, right here's the bar for it. All the seatings. We've got upstairs. Got little rooms to rent. Different sorted stuff like that. Of course, if I remember right, during this season, they didn't even... No, they did have the pictures in here. This is kind of the town hall, this courthouse area. I don't know why the things are floating right now. That's kind of weird. And up here is the mayor's office. And of course, this is for all the ones that work in the town hall. Got their different offices. Alright. That's what I did on this one. I did build multiple builds on one map. And then right there, of course right there is the water tower. I built it kind of look like an actual water tower. There's the other side of the road. Then you got the general store right here. Did the counter kind of look like behind for the shopkeep. Of course, didn't really have any other closing up there right now, but upstairs is where the storekeep lives. Let's see. Of course, right here is the blacksmith, the smithy for the town. Then you got the sawmill. And right over here, this is the sheriff's office. I've got some jail cells, which of course didn't really have bars to put in there, but we did kind of rooms. What I did. But that's kind of the Old West town that I had done on here. Let's see. Of course, we cut across here. Because like I said, there was multiple builds on this map. And some of them are linked together. So, and I'll show you on there. been so long since I've ran through here. But... Oop. See. Kind of see a little bit on there. Right up here. Oh. Crazy driving. Let me get turned around. I am. I don't know that it's super wide, I mean, but you'll see. That's what we're actually climbing up to. Okay, it's just going to be easier to... Let's just leave spoiler right there. That's my tower build that I did. It was whenever the triangle foundations first started coming out. And of course I never did furnish it, but just wanted a... I did do some, which you'll see up at the top. It's just kind of like a giant lighthouse, pretty much. And we've got the upstairs floor. It's all glass. There's some of where I was experimenting with figuring out the Viking builds and stuff like that. Should come back in here and try to get the elevator and bring it back up here. Try to actually furnish this. I never did really furnish it out, but I just wanted to see how big of a tower I could build. You remember this build? Yeah. This one, I wish that they had the railings for these stairs. But that's kind of, you know, it wasn't, the bottom was a lot bigger and the top was bigger. And of course I had my garage up here, and then I've got like a little launch ramp that used to ride and drop off of and everything. Yeah. Oh, it's still a little bit, this is what I called my sky bridge. All along here is all glass ceilings that you can completely see underneath. Of course, well, you can usually ride the four-wheeler through there, except for had a tree pop up here. Could have put the interior... Yeah, I could have. I didn't think about that. It was still kind of early on, you know. Didn't really have a lot of the build knowledge that I do now on it, so... Maybe have to revisit some of the builds. Holy cow. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, real good. Okay, we're leaving it there. We're leaving the four-wheeler there. We're going on foot. Alright. Let's see. This actually heads over to my original build that I did. The very first build that I ever did on the Infected that they were all recorded videos, but get some of these trees out of the way. That's the problem once you don't go on to one for a while and go do other stuff, is all the trees respawning. Alright. this was my original build. Had all the concrete walls all the way around. Had tower there that I had built up. Of course, this season, it would have been nice to have elevators. Now, I've got 3 different towers on here. There was my power station over there. Of course, walls all throughout. That was my observatory. So, let's kind of go down, walk throughout this. Yes, it was very massive. And I'll take everybody through, kinda. Of course, like I said, this was kind of the observatory. Watch the sky at night, you know. Of course, you had... Let's not go down just yet. Put the axe away. Over here, we did have 2 greenhouses in, too. This was my actual house. Of course, we got the gator skin couches. Had a nice porch with a couple of couches and a fireplace. Those were half glass walls to keep from falling off the edge. We had our kitchen in here, which this was before the cabinets and everything came along. Had a pantry right here that we kept all the dried meat. Up here was a staircase to go upstairs. Had bedroom up here. Cute. This was whenever the bathroom came out. So, you know. Always get a laugh out of that. And of course we had in our bedroom, we had a come out here. Had the closet in here. Over here, kind of had like a little sitting area, just kind of enjoy the view off the house. A little picnic type area. Of course, this was the other side. We had our battery house, and this was before the battery racks. So I just stacked them up and had a massive amount of batteries. Of course, we had the other tower here. These were some of the early iron windows that they had. Of course, I can't tell you how many times I broke my leg coming through here. But all the walls, of course, they go down. They're all open. Kind of like the wall is on this build. You come through here. In here, it kind of had like a little sitting area, office area. Let's see, of course that led into the wall. Come on down here. Had the kitchen for the banquet hall. This was just a way out to the front yard. That led down to the bottom of the wall. Let's see. Here, just kind of hall with a bunch of pictures. And in here, kind of the banquet hall type area. Had, you know, what kind of the throne area. You know, with the 2 leather chairs, kind of sit at the throne at the banquet hall, you know. And all the walls kind of connected through on there. And down here was the wood processing area on here. This was the forge and the stonework area. Of course, I had multiple different forges. Storage that I never quite finished, but we just kind of went along. you know, all the equipment to work for the cave, the clay, everything like that. Over here, well, thank you, Bolly. Over here was my storage building. I kept all my storage in here. And that. Had the workbenches up here. The cement mixers, of course. Trying to get a bunch of cement before to finish out all these concrete floors, everything like that. Had to run a bunch of those. This right here, I really like this part of the build. This is my slaughterhouse. See, I've got the drying racks all up for there. Fridges going, multiple fridges. Got a counter for the person working at it. And we've got the bunch of butcher's table. Of course, an extra rack with axes. Sinks to work with. Meat storage locker. And of course, right here is my garage just for my four-wheeler. Then I had the regular garage. But yeah, that was my very first build. Did a lot with the glass. Kind of went kind of crazy on a lot of stuff. So, yeah, yep. Oh, actually, yeah, I had 3 greenhouses. Holy crap, I didn't realize that. I forgot about that. But yeah. Then of course we had the yard out here. It's all the fences, gates, spikes. There's where I was working on, you know, trying to test out some stuff, taking pictures, working on different stuff, so. But yeah, those were some of my early builds. Let me see. Go ahead and save that. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one though. So be sure, if you haven't, be sure to light up that like button and blow up that subscribe button. And be sure to hop on over, check out the merch store on there. I've got some great merch, plus it gets you entered in. Every $5 spent gets you 1 entry in to win a $50 Steam card that's going to be drawn at the winner will be drawn at the end of the month. So be sure to hop on over, get that. That way you can hopefully win you a nice Halloween treat. So, but yeah, I just want to thank everybody for coming in. Thank you, Rye, for moderating. Thank you, Mary, if you're still on here, for moderating for me. Thank you, everybody, for coming in, keeping me company. And we will see everybody on the next one. Everybody have a wonderful night.